Hi everybody, my name is Fletch, and I will be your host for today's All Things Overlanding 3-Minute Thursday. I might, if I'm lucky, be able to keep this one pretty close to 3 minutes. If you've watched any of these before, you know that they usually run 7 to 12 minutes, so I only call them 3-Minute Thursdays because it's catchy, but it very seldom works out that way. However, on today's episode, I think I might be able to keep it closer to like 4 or 5 minutes. Because on today's episode, I'm talking about Weber lighter cubes. The reason I'm talking about these, if you know anything about the channel, is I'm cheap. I'm a budget-minded overlander. I like to save money wherever possible so that I can buy more gear and more modifications for my truck so I can take more trips. So there are a ton of different options for buying fire starting stuff, and a lot of them are fairly expensive. However, these Weber lighter cubes are not. So I'm going to kind of take you out to the fire. Actually took these camping with me recently and shot a little short video to kind of illustrate how they work and give you a little bit more information. So if you want to learn more about these things, watch the video and then click on the link down in the description to get your own. So here we go. All right, guys, so we have gotten the majority of the stuff set up at camp, but right now I'm going to go ahead and get a fire started. The reason I'm recording it is because I wanted to tell you guys about these white solid fuel cubes. I will put a link to these down below in the description if you're interested in buying these. I actually do these through Amazon as a subscribe and save, so they're like $3 and change when I buy these things, and you get 24 of them. You get like a whole sheet of them. They last for a long time. You can light them with a lighter or a match really easily, and they burn for probably about 3 to 5 minutes, at least, probably even longer than that. But you can throw 1 or 2 of these in a fire, and I can almost every time, unless it's a torrential downpour, I can get a fire started really easy with these things. So, you know, low impact on the environment, really inexpensive. So again, you guys know me, I'm cheap. But these are a great option. So basically it's kind of almost like an ice cube tray. Like you peel it back and then you just kind of push the little white cube out and boom, that's what it looks like. So it's just like a little ice cube tray but with white flammable stuff instead. So I'm gonna do a couple of them. I've got so many of these since I have it on the subscribe and save. I've gotten these for like the last 3 or 4 months and this is still my first one. So I may have to turn that off before too long. So yeah, you get the fire started here, and then maybe we'll get to cooking. See how easy that was? And there you have it. Pretty easy. All right, everybody. So again, I hope that was helpful. I hope that gave you a little bit of information on these things. As I mentioned, I will put a link down in the description below to where you can get these things. They are very inexpensive. And if you go camping a lot, I recommend doing the Amazon subscribe and save just because it cuts off like another 15% if you've got several things going. I actually threw these on just to keep myself at the sort of max tier to save the most money because I'm cheap, right? And again, they don't really go bad. So like I have 4 or 5 boxes of these things sitting in the garage right now, and I've started using them more in earnest. I've stopped being quite such a tightwad with like using 1 at a time, and you know, I'll throw 2 or 3 in there and use them. You can also use them to cook on. You can use them to boil water and stuff with on like a small stove. So there's a million uses for them. I actually used one time. I forgot my propane for my grill, so I actually used a couple of these things and a couple of rocks, and I set a can of chili over top of it on these rocks and put a couple of these underneath of it, and I warmed up the chili over a couple of these cubes. So I personally love them. I think they're a great buy. I think they're very inexpensive, and they're a good way to start a fire. So Again, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope that gives you some ideas for some ways to save a few bucks while you're starting your fires and you go overlanding or camping. If you're new to the channel, please definitely consider clicking the like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below and let me know if you guys use something different or if you've used these before and you like them. And lastly, if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button, click the bell to be notified when new videos come out. It helps me more than you would know, and it also, I love to talk to you guys. So I have a bunch of people that are very loyal and they kind of come back every week and they comment on the videos and we just have a conversation. So I'd love for you to join the group. I'd love for you to kind of just hit me up whenever you have questions, and I'm here to help. So again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video, and get out there, live, learn, discover, and we'll talk to you soon.